What about when she voted to increase the Capitol Police and Security budget to a $1.9 billion increase?
I didn't take issue with her specifically, but I said that vote was wrong.
So,
but I don't really care.
Okay, Sam, there's one more thing I want to say here.
You're listing off every single time I haven't criticized AOC over the past.
Well, the question is why?
Childish. Well, I've made it quite clear. I don't care.
You don't care about what?
Let me ask you this.
You don't care about what? No. What don't you care about? What don't you care about?
Increase in the Capitol Police, I don't think is that relevant.
Why don't you think it's relevant? There was a leak yesterday from Capitol Police that shows that Capitol Police has intelligence units across the country that are creating dossiers on Congress people and their staffers. You don't care about that?
I think that's a problem. That came out yesterday.
Yes.
The increase in the Capitol Police after they were overrun, you know what? I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't get attached to politicians like you seem to have felt like you're scorned by them in some way. And I just don't care. I don't think politicians have principles. I think they go in and they get the best that they can do.
You said that I'm too...
How did I hold them accountable then?
Sam, I just let you talk for so long.
How did I hold them accountable then?
You want to go into this?
Jackson, what do you think is going on here?
You held them accountable back then by going out on your program and saying stuff like
is influencing them,
or the 12% increase in the State Department and USA. No, I'm not done. 12% increase in the State Department and USAID funding that they all voted for. The Legislative Appropriations Act, Combating International Islamophobia Act, all of these things, the Infrastructure Act, increasing government funding, all of these things, Sam, I'm done, but let me just finish. I let you talk for so long and I don't interrupt you.
You listed off a bunch of votes that you presume I'm against.
No.
I have a problem with the State Department getting more funding.
No, you don't have a problem with that?
With the State Department getting funding? No.
A 12% increase.
I mean, a 12% increase, 11% increase, 13% increase.
You don't have a problem with the State Department, who is, leading coups across this world, who is launching hybrid warfare through the National Endowment for Democracy in countries all across this world, like Venezuela, like you just mentioned, that you said you had a problem with warmongering and sanctions on Venezuela. You don't have a problem with a 12% increase to the State Department when they could be getting concessions for progressive policies in return?
What concession?
Any concession. Do you know how closely that State Department vote passed? Do you even know the vote?
No.
It was 217 to 212. AOC, Tlaib, and Bush voted no. Presley, Omar, Bowman, Jayapal, Khanna, Lee, and Porter voted yes. So had three more progressives who voted yes voted no, they would have been able to defeat the measure temporarily or, forever, because I don't support an increase in the State Department, unlike you. And they could have blocked it temporarily and gotten concessions in return.
Increased on the State Department budget.
So why don't you think it was a good idea to at least temporarily delay the passage of that to get concessions?
What I had more of an issue with was the...
No, wait, I want to hear you answer that.
Authorization. I don't care. Jackson, I don't care. I do not share your concern about the 12% increase in the State Department budget. I'm not asking you to care about that. I'm asking you to care about the fact that they could have delayed that. They chose not to. And by choosing not to, they abandoned an opportunity to get a progressive concession in return. But things are not terribly relevant in the final analysis. Continue.
Do you actually
have to unmute yourself, Jackson?
Do you actually think that the speakership...
Is he still muted?
Am I muted? Can you hear me?
He may not come back.
Can you hear me? They just muted me. Can you hear me? Hello?
Ask him to unmute a few more times.
Do you want to unmute?
It might be the complex setup
Hello?
that he's got going on there.
He's got a pretty crazy setup going on. All I do is see myself twice.
You muted me.
Did he go away?
You muted me. Hello. My mic is still on. My mic is still on. Can you hear me?
All right, well, Jackson, you want to come back? You can come back. If not,
I'm here.
We can say goodbye.
I'm here. You fucking muted me. You're full of shit.
We can keep him on if we want.
Yeah, I'll just keep him in this side.
You muted me. you instead of playing softball politics and greasing the wheels, which is
What is
all.
softball
Don't
politics?
interrupt me. You've
What does that
interrupted me
mean?
so many
What are you
times, Sam.
talking? I
You've
don't care.
interrupted
Don't
me
cry
so
about
many
it.
times throughout this
Parents.
entire debate.
Listen, I don't
You
care.
interrupted me so many
I
times.
don't care.
I've let you talk. Now let
I
me
don't
talk.
care.
What if I told you
You
instead
keep
of
saying
greasing?
things that don't mean anything. Softball
Sam.
politics. What does that mean?
It
What
means
does softball politics
okay.
mean?
Let me be specific. In
You know
which
what?
the
If
Tea
just the
Party,
Democrats said explicitly that our job
how many
is
times
to
are you
be
going to interrupt me?
informed.
You're interrupting me
Not-
as many
is
times
he-
as you said Jimmy Dore during the Brianna Joy Gray debate. I wasn't
Okay.
done. So they were to be a
don't
thorn
care.
in the side of
I
the
don't
Democratic
care.
establishment.
You know
and
what?
They have
To
not done that.
run on being a thorn in the side of the Democratic establishment is literally for children.
Or the People's Party. Go win some races.
Like I want material benefits for people. And if that means that they stroke the Democratic establishment or they are thorn in it, I don't care about that. That's for children. That's
It's
what
not for
children.
children. It's
No,
not for
I don't
children
care
because-
about the establishment.
Sam.
Mommy, daddy, this. Who
Sam,
cares?
By
I want
not being
them
a thorn
to
in the side of
provide
the establishment, by
material
not being a thorn
benefits.
in the side of the establishment, they actually hurt themselves. Because
I-
by donating, yes, they did. By donating to the DCCC candidates who were going to be challenged by progressive primary candidates, they have essentially ruled out the
Really?
odds of those.
Still going to force a vote because it happened with suffragette, with women's right to vote.
So why did some if you have to have a declared speakership, campaign,
Jackson,
why did some Democrats vote for other? Why did some Democrats?
I don't
why did
give
some Democrats vote?
fact check for you, Jackson.
I just said she had a low approval rating. Did you not hear what I just said?
Democratic primary voters.
Go,
I'm
put up
talking about the whole
Democratic
of this
voters.
country. But
Well,
Sam, you
who
just
cares
said,
about the
Sam,
Republicans,
I don't want to
dude?
let you off on this. I don't want to let you off on this. You just said,
Bradley, will you look that up and put it up?
look
on
it
the
up. I could not, I don't care.
Maybe
line?
once they hear about force the vote, it'll dip.
I mean, I think to a certain extent, like there.
Did I say that she has net negative opinion in the Democratic Party? Did I say that?
I don't.
Or are you
know
putting
what
words in my mouth
Jackson,
again?
Honestly, I stopped listening to you some time ago. To be honest with you.